As a new player, the last thing that you want to do is making mistakes when you join second age. And here we are going through the major mistakes that you new players do when you join second age. Now, the very first major mistake that you guys make is thinking that since you played T2A back in the 90s, in 98, 99, whatever, or maybe you also played the original Ultima Online, or you played the beta, you made it into the alpha, whatever. You know, look, I know what I'm doing here. I played it back in the day, so I know everything of what I'm doing. That's simply not true. What you played back in the day, even if it's the same rule set, because second age server here is under the same rule set as you played in during 1999, it's nowhere near that. There is 16 years worth of players' experience in this shard. This shard, Razor is allowed. This shard, information are shared among players because the internet is very developed. So basically, this is nowhere near what it was played during the 90s. So you better understand that, because I don't know, if you say, oh, I know everything, I know that to train wrestling I'm gonna set up at the bone wall. But there's no bone wall here. I mean, there is the bone wall, but there's not enough players to set it up, because players have figured out that you train wrestling using a paladin and bashing at the paladins and using the invisibility trick to not making it bash back and so forth. Or, I know how to train Major, I know how to train Major, know how to train Resist. No, you don't know how to train Resist. Resist is done with 100 white worms here, and you GM it in 2 hours. Okay, this is not what was done back in the day, because nobody had the time to tame 100 white worms, nobody had the stable slots to stable them. It was simply different. Don't think that because you played during the 90s, you know everything of how this game is played today in 2024. It's nowhere near that. Okay, same rule set, completely different. As if like you're a chess player that played chess 1,000 years ago. The rules are absolutely the same. But chess nowadays is not played like it was played 1,000 years ago, and not even 100 years ago. Yeah, because you have engines and people have studied chess, and like chess, people have studied second age, and so they've come up with a lot of ideas to make everything as efficient as possible. So this is the first mistake that you guys are gonna make. So fix this. And how to fix this? There is a simple way to fix this. Be humble, first of all. Be willing to learn, and listen to what other players have to tell you. And by doing, how do you do this? You do this, one other important thing. Every time I meet a new player and say, hello, are you new? And the guy say, yeah, I'm new. Do you know of Discord? At best, they ask me what Discord is. But then I'm gonna explain them, yeah, Discord, every player nowadays is on Discord. So you don't meet in game at Westbury Bank and say, oh boy, let's go do a team map. No, you meet in Discord. In Discord, you have guilds, you have trade, you have GMs, you have events, you have player guilds, you have all sort of information that I'm gonna show you now. Okay, so this is the Discord. Wait a sec, this is the Discord. I mean, my capabilities are not good. Hold on. This is the Discord of second age. So what you have here, you can see, this is the general where you have new players are welcome here, basically. Come on, scroll. New players are welcome here. There's, sometimes there's also the dog channel, sometimes, yeah. But you have in-game events, for instance, GM. Here is where GMs tell you. For instance, now, you can't understand that there's a Siege of Serpent's Hole this Friday and Thursday. And it's a player-sponsored event. How do you know that if you're not in Discord? Okay, and there's more things, events like automated events, like what is that? For instance, the 1v1, the PvP tournament, the survival, or why not? When sometimes GM Boomland Jenkins plays for you the Secret Agent or the Potion War. There's the PvP channel. in which players measure their UO penises. Like, I'm better than you, no, you're shit, no, you're worse, no, I'm better, no, you're shit. Yeah. This is PvP channel, very accurate. There's UOSA content where as creators, for instance, now there's Grofus that posts the Dungeon Highlight guide, or here there's Magneto posting corporate extras. It's interesting. There's me posting my Sally videos sometimes somewhere, yeah. Or here the noob, Eurypteros, posting the noob episodes. So there's everything you will need to know here. Guides and wiki for questions to ask. Error accuracy when you wanna discuss for the 1000th time that all kills should be in the game. I don't know, something else maybe also. Role playing not very active. We need role players. Bring back orc. Client Razor help everybody. You simply don't understand how to set up Razor because there's no guide to it. But if you come here and ask for help, people will help you set up Razor. Use Razor as admin, run in server pack 3 Windows XP, compatibility mode, or download classic UO, how to make classic UO work, general check, trade post. Here when you buy and sell you shit, because you're a pixel nerd, of course. Guild recruiting. Here is very important to you. Don't play solo. This is another mistake players make. They come here and say, I want to make it on my own. You're not gonna make it on your own. This shard is hard. There is absolutely no moderation here. This shard is hard. It's unlike any other shard, where sometimes if you really cannot make it, and maybe some player is really griefing you, the GMs will put a stop to it. And here you're on your own. No GMs will ever help you. And players, again, have accumulated 16 years worth of knowledge here, so they know every trick in the book to trick a new player. Okay? So here, you gotta find a guild. Apply for a guild. There's guild recruiting, there's Voss, there's Blue, there's Wise Guys probably starting a new guild to help new players, or maybe Blue is dead. I don't know. And there's other guilds, okay? FOM, for instance. Get in a guild, seek help of other players, because those players know what to do. I mean, of course it is very nostalgic to GM wrestling and to GM weapon skill at Brick Graveyard or a Harpies while farming feathers. But again, if you want to have fun, you need to play in a group. Otherwise, alone, every time you go to a dungeon alone, it would be very hard at best, and you will not enjoy the game. The game is meant to be enjoyed in a group. This is an online game. I mean, you might as well play Ultima offline if you don't want to play in a group. There's also player vendors. Here again, where do I buy the spellbook? Where do I buy scrolls? Where do I buy rags? Where do I buy silver weapons? Where do I buy metal chests? And here, you know, player vendors. This is all you need to know. So Discord. So let's recap. First mistake that you're gonna make, and you don't want to make no more, is thinking that you know everything because you played back in the day. That's simply not true. Okay. Second mistake, going solo without Discord. No, you don't have to go solo because you cannot make it on your own, and you have to seek help with other players, and you need to seek help with other players' guilds and play in a group. Be part of the community, not be a solo. Otherwise, just bring up your own server and play solo, okay? Because people will grief you here. They will kill you, I will kill you, my guildmates will kill you, they will kill you at chest, they will kill you while training, they will kill you maybe in your house if you're not careful. And you gotta know all this, otherwise you will not make it. And how do you actually download Discord if for some reason you don't know what Discord is? You go here, you go here, Ultima Second Age, UOSecondage.com, and here you go Discord. You click here Discord. If you don't have Discord, well, download Discord. And if you do have Discord, that is the link to join our Discord chat. You press that link and you get an invitation to get to the second age chat. So please do this. Please do this, otherwise you're not gonna enjoy the game. And one other thing here that I want to tell you. So here I post the video and I absolutely have no idea what I was talking about. But here another mistake that you guys do is remember, Second Age allows you to play 3 accounts simul without restriction. Some other shards say you can only have 1 account, some others say you can have 3 accounts, but only 1 account is in the dungeon. Here you can do whatever you want with the 3 accounts. And you better use them. You better use them because other people are going to use them. How do you use other accounts? Of course, you just create an account, but even that, you say, oh no, I'm just raising my character, I don't want another account. That's not true. I mean, you want to play the game with your main and say, ah yeah, I remember I was raising swords and harpies or a graveyard or hunting items in the woods. That's not a problem, but use a second account. And how do you set up that second account? Maybe you start with 50 imagery, maybe you start with 50 provocation, and you raise the bar. You raise music in a few hours, you raise provocation in a couple of days, and then while you're playing there, you have another character ready. And maybe start a third account. I don't know, maybe healing. And most important, even if you have 50 imagery, newly start character and start with 40 intelligence, you can use a gate travel scroll. So if you die somewhere in the worlds, say, oh boy, I die, now I gotta make it on my own all the way back because I cannot gate travel. You can gate travel, buy a gate travel scroll at Human Gate or Trade Chat. Have a room to where your character is, of course. Presumably you have a room in your bank and gate travel your character out, so you're ready to go again. So you bet how do people use this? For instance, my guild used this to ghost spots. Okay, so you have a character ready to PK, you have another character maybe at AW or maybe a Lich Lords or maybe I don't know, somebody goes there, you invest one of your account to check what others are doing. So intelligence basically. Some others like to run a reg bot, and for instance they recoil around like crazy with macro. That is legal, macros are legal, scripts are not legal. They recoil around with the macro and they just buy regs to put regs in their vendor and sell them to players. Some others like to camp rare spot, okay, where the large vase or the hanging armor or the tall candelabra, places where they spawn, they just stand there and wait for them to spawn and keep monitoring them. Some other players like to gather resources. Maybe gathering resources AFK is not legal. Gathering resources attended with a macro is legal. There's crazy macros that have been done during the years, completely automated macros that can actually dig ions or whatever, so you can make ingots totally automatic. You just watch the screen, maybe you do something, but you watch your screen and the character is doing everything, so this is fine, so long as you're watching the screen is fine. But some guys like to do this, gather resources, okay, on a second account or on a third account. So you better use them. And also it's useful for logistic, like, okay, I want to train with the paladin. I want to train wrestling with the paladin. I want to train swords with the paladin. There's somebody that has to heal the paladin, and that's the second account healing the paladin. Or I want to train magic, resist, and magery. So I cast lightning bolt on myself, I cast energy bolt, I cast flame strike on myself. But somebody gotta heal me, because unless you're doing it in town, where you don't get damaged, but you don't gain resist. If you do it in your house, you get damaged, and you need an alternate account to heal you. That's simple. So let's recap. Don't think it's 1999. Be humble and willing to learn, because the game is totally new, even if it is under the same rule set as you remember. Download, join Discord, because in Discord you will find other players, and you will find all information. You will find GMs, you will find guilds, you will find players, you will find trade, and so forth, and events. Find yourself a guild. You're not gonna make it on your own, because Second Age is hard. Second Age is not for all. Second Age is not for all. Second Age is hard. And fourth, remember, you're allowed 3 accounts, and you better make use of them. Okay? Now, this being said, I think that you got no excuses. If you're a new player, you know what to do, and if you're not a new player, not a new player yet, and you want to join here, you want to click the top right corner and see how to join and start effectively in 2024. See you out there, man.